Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie, or welcome if this is your first week tuning in. I will be doing an oracle card reading with some crystal guidance for the week of August 15th to August 21st, 2021. However, if you do stumble across this video outside that time frame and the guidance feels relevant to you, then please take it as timeless. It is timeless in that respect. So this week we are going to do our crystal card from the Healing Crystals card deck number 2. And I'm going to use an inner child deck. It doesn't have a box or anything. It's kind of what's called an indie deck. It's like a smaller, less mainstream deck. Smaller as far as production, not the deck itself. So I can't show you the box, but super interesting cards. As I mentioned last week, I'm going to start compiling kind of guide words that come up throughout the week as guidance in the Akashic Records while I'm working in the Akashic Records. So the 3 keywords, and then based on those keywords is how I'm kind of choosing the deck for the week and just seeing if they kind of match up as far as the intuitive guidance with the Akashic Records guidance. So the keywords that came up this week while I was working in the Akashic Records were deeper dive and healing and work, just the word work. So I also wanted to mention a message I got was a deeper dive isn't always a more difficult dive. Like a lot of us have spent tons of time, especially over the past year and a half, delving into inner child stuff, healing work, past life issues, all of these really deep dives. And the reminder here that I'm getting is deeper dives are not always more difficult. Sometimes it's stuff that just the recognition of the issue is enough to allow us to release and heal it. So it's not always sticky stuff. It's not always, difficult to get out of. Sometimes it's just like patterns we have that we keep repeating and can't figure out where. And if we do that little bit of a deeper dive into it, we can see the source of it. And Akashic Records work is astoundingly great for that, for uncovering root causes of things. But once we know it, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. This is why I have done that. I don't need to do it anymore. I recognize it. I can let it go. And then this huge transformational healing comes in for us. And it's not a lengthy process, and that's not always the way it works. But many times it is. And I've been finding that increasingly happening in private sessions over the past year, especially. So I don't want anybody to get nervous when they hear that the message I'm getting for this week is deeper dive, because they're specifically saying that doesn't mean a more difficult dive, just that we're working on some healing this week. So, and then the other thing I got deeper dive, healing, and work. And work could be the healing work that may come up that some of us are guided to do this week. It could also be that something comes up that's work-related or career-related for many people this week. So keep your eyes and ears open for those kind of synchronicities and signs and symbolisms coming into your reality this week. Maybe something work-related. So I did already draw the cards. And let's talk about the one that comes out as our crystal guidance this week is Malachite. So Malachite does go right along. And I didn't draw the cards. I had already channeled those 3 kind of keywords or the guiding energy from the Akashic Records for this week before I drew the cards. But Malachite is like a synopsis or a distilled down version of these 3 keywords. It's very transformational, lots of healing going on with it. It's great for release work. Its 3 keywords are cleanses, protects, and heals. It connects the heart and the throat chakra, so maybe some stuff coming up for like speaking your truth or communication for a lot of people this week. The affirmation or mantra you can work with is, I welcome positive transformation into my life. So again, that kind of something coming up for healing this week doesn't mean it's going to be sticky or difficult. May just be something you recognize and let go. But I welcome positive transformation into my life. So that's your Malachite energy for this week. And then let's start with Sunday, which would be August 15th. We have the journey home. So if you tune in weekly, you know that I am a fan of self-care cards for Sundays. or, spending some extra time in contemplation. If you don't like the term self-care, it has become very kind of trendy. I'm sure it has a hashtag attached to it. But, sometimes we kind of roll our eyes at those terms like inner child work or self-care. But put a different spin on it if you need to. It really is worthwhile work to do. And we do need to spend time connecting with ourselves. So think of it like connection if you need to. So the journey home says rest, comfort, and security, which I think is perfect Sunday energy. It says our inner being longs for us to reside as one. Take time today to rest into who you are, your body, your soul, and your heart. Place your hands on your chest, breathe deeply, and allow your mind to envision the home within. So kind of funny that the word I got for this was call it connection if you need to, because this card is all about connecting, self-connection. If you don't like self-love, how about self-connection? I kind of like it. So that's our Sunday energy. And you can see those butterflies, like still that energy of transformation coming. Okay, and then Monday, which would be August 16th, we have the Voyager. So this is also a great way to start a week. Like I like Sunday to be more an energy of contemplation and self-connection, but Monday kind of gets us moving, and it's the Voyager, and it says initiation, new beginnings, and the unknown. Today is the day, it says. There is something that you have been hesitant to do, and now is the time. Do not worry if you are ready or if it will turn out perfectly. It is not the destination, but the journey that the things of life are made. So this kind of that same energy that I got with the deeper dive. Like, it may not feel like a huge thing. It may just be one little kind of thing that has been making you feel like you've been hindered or not fully able to progress forward. So this says, today is the day. Now is the time. If you've been feeling hesitant, if you've been feeling held back, don't wait for all your ducks to be in a row. Ducks are very hard to get in a row, right? They're like, what's that saying? It's like herding kittens. I feel like, keeping ducks in a row is near impossible too. There's always one duck that's like off looking at something else. So don't try to get all your ducks in a row. Maybe 8 out of your 10 ducks are in a row, and that's fine. That's good enough to keep moving forward. So do not worry if you are ready or if it will turn out perfectly. It is not the destination, but the journey that the things that life is made of. So it's that journey that gets you to the end result. Even if it doesn't feel perfectly dialed in yet, it's fine to keep moving. Otherwise, you don't go anywhere. And those are your alternatives, keep moving down a path that you can't quite see the end result yet, or stay stagnant. So this very clear indication that it's time to get moving. So that is our Monday energy. And then Tuesday, we have, Tuesday is the yes card. So Tuesday says open-hearted, acceptance, and excitement. It might seem impossible, but now is the time to receive. There is much abundance waiting for you, but the form it will take is up to you. Be open to every good thing, knowing that you will know the best thing when it comes. So this kind of goes back to last week's energy. If you watch that, I'll link that video at the end. Sometimes I think it's nice to go back and review and say, oh, that is what I was supposed to be paying attention to, and it's affecting me this week. Each week is a building block. So I'll link that to the end of this video. But there was a lot of talk last week about not being too attached to the form or how we get to the end result, just being attached to the feeling of what we want to create and the excitement and the joy of our creations. So holding that uplifted vision of our future and how we want it to look rather than the minutia of how it's going to unfold. And this just reiterating that. And saying, yes, now is the time to receive. You are in an energy, as long as you are receptive and you are open and you are detached from specific outcomes, it's going to be a good time. So that's our Tuesday energy. And then Wednesday is the what if. So this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. The what if, the keywords for it are verity, uncertainty, and courage. And it says our beliefs dictate our reality, which is super true. And what we believe will be the lens through which we view the world, which is our perception. We've talked about that a lot over the past couple months. This lens may seem infallible because it's our truth, right? So we see things only through our own lens, the lens of our truth, which is very subjective. So this lens may seem infallible, but it is not. Take time today to review your beliefs, making peace with the uncertainty that it brings. So that sort of the message I was getting at the beginning with the keywords and guidance we got from the Akashic records, being in a state of allowing, knowing that things may seem uncertain or some things may come up for healing that you thought were done, or new things come to the surface because you did some healing work and now something else feels safe to surface. But also the feeling I'm getting is that there's a sense of ease about it, of knowing you've come so far on this healing journey that of course you can deal with these things. Of course we can release them. Of course we can heal them. We know it's possible at this point. We are in the energy, not of questioning anymore, but of possibility now. And that's what the what if says. Be open to the possibilities. So then Thursday, we have the Promise Keeper, which says trust, honor, and safety. When we break a promise to ourselves, we lose trust in who we are. And to lose trust in ourselves is to lose our identity. Today, make a promise to yourself and keep it. Even the smallest promise can make a big difference. So what this is saying to me in the context of this week specifically is if something comes up, pay attention to it. Take it as valid. Whatever it is, whether it's something that comes up for healing, whether it's something that has to do with communication with others, whether it's something that's work related, whatever it is, even if it's unexpected, take it as valid. And that's your promise to yourself this week, is to be open-minded and go into things with eyes wide open, so that you can trust the information that you're receiving intuitively, and to take all of the perspectives and all of the information that you receive as valid. So that's what I'm getting for our Thursday energy. And then Friday, which is August 20th, we have the Adventure. And I do love this card too. I really love this deck. It says exploration, but apprehension and fulfillment. Today is a day to try something new, explore just for fun, and be a bit more daring. Do not let apprehension keep you from your new adventure. That feeling will fade, but the wonder that is to be found will not. So again, coming out in the context of this week, or in the context of this grouping of cards, if you come across this and we're not in this specific week of August 15th to 21st, it's still relevant within the context of this reading. This being not to let the things that are coming to light or coming to the surface cause you any discomfort this week. Being in a state of observance and action when it comes to what comes to the surface, either to be healed or just to be seen this week. And again, those butterflies indicating still a time of transformation. So then, Saturday, back around to the last day of the week, we have, so this would be August 21st, we have the Sun Tree. And it says warmth, connection, and life. Nature offers our souls unlimited nourishment. Today, feel the heat of the sun on your skin, speak to a tree, or marvel at the sounds of a river. Dig your toes into the rich earth and feel yourself connected to the world around you. So I just feel like this is going to be a really productive week as far as healing and energy. And it's not like we're going to have like loose ends out there. It's like something comes up for healing. We recognize it. It's released. We're like, oh, I get that now. I am far more self-aware than I was this time last year. I recognize how easy it is to release these things. I don't need to continue to work on them. And again, there are some things that may require additional work. This isn't for everyone or every situation, but the guidance I'm getting for the collective this week is this is a time of really putting to work the lessons we've learned throughout our journey of energy work and healing and doing these deep dives and really getting to know our inner selves. It's time to put that into practical action, and it happens far easier than you anticipate. So a lot of stuff comes up this week, but a lot of stuff goes away. And what does that mean? It means it frees up space for new energy to come in, that fresh energy, that healed energy, so that we are then creating from a different perspective, from a higher vibration, from our new way of being. And that's what all of this work has been about. So Saturday, just a reminder to kind of get out in nature, get yourself grounded. Maybe a lot coming up this week. And as soon as I say there may be a lot coming up this week, I get reminded, but there's a lot going out this week. So it's like an ebb and flow is what they're showing me of, a lot comes up, but it leaves easily, and it leaves space that is healthy and allows a new perspective to come in, so that everything you do from here forward is from that higher perspective, from that connection to your inner self, from that knowing, from that self-awareness, and you create differently from now on. So that is our energy for this week. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you all next week.